don't build and hope someone will come. No one owes you anything. There's people who come to us and saying, "अच्छा ये सब तो ठीक है, लेकिन Steam क्या होता है?" I want to build a nice game. What is this distribution and pricing and marketing?
And here we are proving everyone wrong. 118 games are live on Comic-Con X Indie Game Utsav sale on Steam right now.
India pays just the way it pays for telecom. You should just try and ask this question from Jonathan, how much money he makes a year. India is not microtransaction country. We just do maths differently.
India is in like top 3 countries for Raji stats on Steam.
This is no longer rocket science. Spend 15 seconds to research.
बाहर के देशों में ऐसे और ऐसे गेम्स बनते हैं, लेकिन इंडिया में बने गेम्स को देखकर आज तक वो फीलिंग नहीं आई। आखिर कब बनेगा इंडिया में साइबरपंक या गॉड ऑफ वॉर जैसा गेम? कब तक हम इंडी गेम्स खेलते रहे जो अच्छे तो हैं जरूर, लेकिन RDR2 या एल्डन रिंग जितने डीप और हेवी नहीं होते? देखो, दिस इज अ वैलिड क्वेश्चन जो इंडियन गेमर्स के दिल और दिमाग दोनों में है, और जितना इजी है यह सवाल पूछना, उतना ही मुश्किल है इसका जवाब सुनना। तो चलो पता करते हैं इस वीडियो में उन 2 शख्स से जिन्होंने इंडियन वीडियो गेम डेवलपमेंट के लिए बहुत कुछ किया है। वेलकम टू IGN फिक्स। आज के इस वीडियो में हम अक्षत राठी और अविचल सिंह से जानेंगे इंडस्ट्री के सारे सीक्रेट्स।
अविचल सिंह, जिन्होंने बनाया था राजी एंड एंशिएंट एपिक, चाहते थे कि और भी इंडियन गेम्स हो जो राजी से भी ज्यादा सक्सेसफुल बन पाए। दिस इज व्हेन ही मेट विद अक्षत राठी, co-founder and managing director of Nodwin Gaming, और इस कोलैबोरेशन से आया 2021 में स्टीम पर द इंडियन हार्वेस्ट फेस्टिवल और अब इंडी गेम उत्सव एट मुंबई कॉमिक-कॉन। बट ये प्लान कैसे बना और फायदा क्या है इंडियंस को इससे? चलो पता करते हैं उनसे अब।
Right, hi, I'm Avichal Singh, co-founder and game director at Nodding Heads Games. We made Raji and Ancient Epic.
My name is Akshat. I'm the co-founder of Nodwin Gaming. We try and do a little bit of gaming and esports and a lot of pop culture.
So it started with a simple line of thought. Hey, I talk to a lot of indie devs. They bug me a lot. How can I put them all at one place and get all the wisdom and all the experts lined up so they can all benefit? And then I was like, oh, the rent at Marriott must be crazy, right? So where do I go? So Akshat and myself had organized the 2021 Indian Harvest Festival. Yeah, so it started with, I know Akshat. I put him a message. The next thing we know, he's put me in touch with the amazing Comic-Con team. And it's happening. So this has happened literally in like 3 months. All the craziness you see on the floor. And that's how the partnership happened, because Akshat and Comic-Con team have always tried to support indies, and that's how it just rolled into something big, getting publishers like Devolver and Raw Fury to personally cater hours of wisdom to indie devs. That was phenomenal. And what's happening on the floor, as you know, it's never happened in India. The international publishers who have flown, who are here, are extremely happy. Look at the quality of the games. This is happening now. In 2017, Raji was like an alien game. They were like 2-3 PC games, and people used to say things like, make it episodic, why are you making PC games? PC industry is dead. And here we are proving everyone wrong. 118 games are live on Comic-Con X Indie Game Utsav sale on Steam right now, which will be Steam front feature 18th to 20th April. That is the biggest moment for PC games till now.
You'll see there are horror games, there are platformers,
there's a crazy variety on the floor, and
that's the big
crazy
thing, right?
variety. International publishers are having conversations like, are you going to take this forward? Are you going to take this forward? That makes me so happy, because if even one game cracks something, we've won. And more than that, the mentorship that has happened with Raw Fury, Devolver and Epic for indies is so fantastic. The amount of wisdom that has been going out on these digital courses where it was very focused. This is because people see the potential. They've played Raji, they know indie devs here, and I've been saying this, I would love 5-10 more studios to be as successful and beyond Raji. That's the goal, a healthy gaming industry for video games.
ये जानकर तो बहुत अच्छा लगा। और हाँ, पिछले कुछ नए ट्रेलर्स देखकर हम जरूर ये कह सकते हैं कि इंडिया में अभी गेम डेवलपमेंट एकदम पीक मोमेंट पर है। लेकिन अविचल जी, क्या ये सही टाइम है गेम डेवलपमेंट पर फोकस करने का? और अगर गेम का आइडिया भी आ जाए तो पैसे कहाँ से लाए?
The best time to make video games in India is today. The only other best time was yesterday. Okay, so Raji, when we were making Raji and the Kickstarter didn't work through because we had the great idea of launching it in Q4 right after crunch, have zero marketing, forget budget, knowledge, zero. We didn't know, and a lot of good stuff still happened. We didn't hit our goal, and that is where we got in that mindset. Let's start thinking about how do you reach people, how do you get those people convinced, because there was nothing wrong with the game. Indie developers today have Xbox Developer Accelerator program. They just need to talk to Arjun. Sony Hero Project, just talk to Sujit. Krafton Incubator, go talk to the Krafton guys who are on the floor. You also have some universities giving grants. I am forgetting names, and Epic Games giving mega grants, right? So all these support systems are here for indies to utilize. If they have done all of these and they have said no, and then you should go to the investors. You see what Black Myth has done in numbers, or you see what Hades 2 has done in number, or Hades 1, matter of fact, or what is the Silk Song going to do in numbers, okay? So if there are investors who are not into gaming themselves, like as gamers, it's a very hard sell. It's just like you're hitting your head against a rock, okay? And they just won't get it. So I would say first try these 4-5 things I just mentioned, then go there. Only there are good VCs which exist. You gotta talk to the right people.
ओके, गेम डेवलपमेंट की बात हो गई, लेकिन गेम खेलने वालों का क्या? हम IGN इंडिया वाले गेम डेवलपर्स और गेमर्स दोनों से बात करते हैं, और हम खुद भी गेम्स बहुत खेलते हैं। हमने अक्सर सुना है कि गेम बना भी लोगे तो खरीदने वाला कोई नहीं है इंडिया में, लेकिन क्या ये वाकई में सच है?
BGMI currently does hundreds of crores in the country of India. So does games like Free Fire. Despite the base game being banned, Free Fire Max is still top. You should just try and ask this question from Jonathan, how much money he makes a year. Ludo does phenomenal, which is there. So the number of games India pays. India pays just the way it pays for telecom. People would, if the theory is India doesn't like to pay for things, then India shouldn't have been paying for telecom. We are one of the best telecom markets in the world. We just do maths differently. Our maths is sachet maths. We like to go ahead and spend small amounts of money, but and have a huge value add, which is that. That doesn't mean we want to do microtransactions. India is actually to the opposite of most of the world. India is not microtransaction country. We are not 1 rupee for a hat, 2 rupees for this. We are battle pass country. Where we will spend 299 rupees for 2 months or 3 months to go ahead and get something that they want. Because guess what? We pay that for Netflix and we pay that for Jio Hotstar. So we are a country that knows how to pay. We're a country that pays. We don't pay using methodologies and metrics that the world outside India understands. So we'll pay on UPI but not on MasterCard and Visa. So in MasterCard and Visa, then don't report those numbers. Right? UPI does, right? But UPI reports great digital transactions in the country of India. Our subscriptions are based on that. Our telecom is based on that. So a lot of our industry, our digital industry, runs on the back of homegrown metrics that are doing phenomenally well for us. So India pays. Is a short answer.
I have to add, at my time at Zynga, when I worked on Farmville and Empires and Allies, I have seen Indian numbers, and it's just about adding value. If you add good value for someone who is into video games, India has been a large supporter of Raji, as everybody knows, and we've seen those numbers increase with every sale, and India is in like top 3 countries for Raji stats on Steam.
इतना तो सच है कि इंडिया में गेमर्स को अगर कोई वैल्यू दिखे तो पैसे बहुत खर्चते हैं। अब क्या वो सही चीजों पे हो या गलत, इसकी बात तो हम नहीं कर सकते। लेकिन फिर गेम डेवलपर्स को दिक्कत कैसे होती है? आज के जमाने में क्या गेम से बढ़कर और भी चीजों के बारे में सोचना जरूरी है? Well, Akshat had a great reply to this question.
One of the things, and I'd say this with all the conviction that I can go ahead and do. Don't build and hope someone will come. So the pet lament is, मैंने तो game बना दिया, मुझे तो कोई funding नहीं दे रहे. No one owes you anything. No one owes you anything. If you think that the world owes you because you built a game, you are in the charity business. The only people who will give you charity are your family. Right? No. If you have to do business, you have to understand what is a game. Why is a game made? How will a game make money? Taking money from people so that you can claim that you built a game is not investment. It's wasted money. So you have to be very clear. Spend the time, go do the research, understand how game economics works, understand why game funding works, understand. And it's like, there's this very interesting theory saying, if you put 1 million monkeys to go and go through the entire English alphabet and just make them randomly type this, one day, in about infinite number of years, you will have Shakespeare's works, right? Just because of default that they will go ahead and have that. But that's not design, that's chance. What you should know is how to write prose, how to write this. And we are living in the world of AI, for God's sakes. Just ask and Cloud, Perplexity, ChatGPT, Gemini, someone will tell you, here is the structure. These are the 8 things you need to go ahead and build for a good game, right? You need level design, you need game design, you need engagement, you need beta testing. This is no longer rocket science. Spend 15 seconds to research how to go ahead and at least have the points to talk about. Spend another 30 seconds to go ahead and understand what an investor wants. Investor is not here to burn their money. Investor is here to make money from you. That means how do you make money? You make money from ads or in-app purchases. That means people should buy your game. And if people don't buy your game, or you don't have a plan of how people will buy your game, or you don't have a plan on a methodology, you will not be funded.
And that is where events like Indie Game Utsav come in clutch. ये सारी चीजें एक्सपीरियंस के साथ समझ आती है और इसीलिए ये इवेंट इतना सक्सेसफुल था. और ये बस वन टाइम इवेंट बिल्कुल नहीं होने वाला है. तो अगला इंडी गेम उत्सव कब होगा और उसमें क्या नया होगा?
Look, my short answer is it needs to happen and it will happen. That's the commitment that I have already made to him and which is there. What format and how many on every Comic-Con? I think the perfect recipe is neither too hot nor too cold. So if I take it to every Comic-Con, and next year we'll do 10-11 Comic-Cons that are there. When we do 10-11 Comic-Cons, does it need to be in 11 Comic-Cons? Is there enough depth that the sponsors will feel good? Is there enough
I was just thinking that and telling to Ian, no, maybe not 11, let's stick to 4, maybe max.
Right. Is there enough developers who will come to everyone?
Exactly.
Right? Will they want
Publishers are definitely not flying 2-3 times in because it's not enough value.
It's too much, right? They don't travel, which is there. So, and people fly to more if I have more games. But it takes time. Like, I think if we have about 20-25 gamer companies here demoing, and then we have another 80, 90, 100 that are there, I think in a year's time there will be another 20-25, and you can go ahead and have maybe 2 or maybe 3 of them, which is there. But going overboard on this with the same number of developers and the same, it's like a tour. You can do it one time as an exercise, but I don't know. I think we'll have to find the right balance. But we will find it. So the commitment is 100% we're doing it. And I think over time, Nodwin will continue to go ahead and invest, whether it is through our influencer strategy that we have with Trinity, with our MCNs, or with our PR strategy that we have with Max Level, or our Nodwin main IPs that we have with esports and Comic-Con and Playground. Any one of these and more. We'll continue to go ahead and expand in all of these markets that are relevant, right? And you'll see that the Valve team is phenomenal at listening and trying experiments. Everyone and their uncle wants something from them. It's just the nature of this, and again, that I built a game, why am I not on the front page of Steam is a very simple lament which is there. Valve's not a paid platform, and I'm not the spokesman to go ahead and say anything. All I had to go ahead and do was tell them that we've done this before, this kind of worked out the last time. It's been a couple of years. We have sizable and substantive progress that we can go ahead and show that we did from the last time. We are many more games, we are many more developers, and the little spark that we lit with the Harvest Festival in 2021 has lit a bigger fire right now, and we have some really great games, and this is a really good time to go ahead and do the next iteration of it. And as most intelligent people in life will go ahead and listen to you which is there. So I think that worked out.
इंडिया की गेम्स इंडस्ट्री औरों के कंपैरिजन में पीछे तो है, लेकिन काफी तेजी से कैचअप भी कर रही है। और अगर आप एक एस्पायरिंग गेम डेवलपर हो, चाहे सोलो ही क्यों ना हो, तो अक्षत और अविचल का ये अगला टिप आपके लिए बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट होगा।
So you have to go ahead and have that iterative process of going and sharing with the community what you're building, because once you are there, you can go ahead and change directions fairly fast, right? Maybe the engine's too old, maybe the art style is too bad, and maybe I don't know, you can be contrarian like building Inzoi right now, but when you're the 735th Battle Royale game, the chance of discovering that is becomes weak. And when you bring everyone together as both as a group, as the Discord group we have or the WhatsApp groups that we have, and then people start talking to each other and saying, I'm building this or I'm building that, or this, what is Steam?
I'm doing this on Steam. Have you done this on Steam?
There's people who come to us and saying, अच्छा ये सब तो ठीक है, लेकिन Steam क्या होता है? Right? And then they go through this entire process of discovery, because there's a 2% shop who's like, I want to build a nice game. What is this distribution and pricing and marketing? And then you were giving that example that you had to go ahead and do how many, you didn't miss a single Steam
game. Yeah.
No, the cycle that you had to upload it. I think it was Tuesdays or Thursdays.
Yeah. Screenshot Saturday, work in progress Wednesday. So this is another thing from Raw Fury's session. There is no silver bullet. You have to try everything. With Raji, we have turned every stone we could find while walking this path to today, where it's released on all platforms you can think of. It's gone on PS Plus, Game Pass, Nintendo Indie World, whatever you can think of, it's there. Netflix for iOS and Play Store. And that's the kind of wisdom we want to now flow into video games.
हमारा काम है ऐसे इंटरव्यूज को ब्रेक डाउन करना, ताकि ये सारी बातें बहुत सारे गेमर्स और गेम डेवलपर्स तक पहुंचे। और तुम्हारा काम है कि इस वीडियो को अपने गेमर दोस्तों को भेजना, ताकि हम सब एक साथ गेम डेवलपमेंट के इस प्रोसेस को और अच्छे से समझे। और हाँ, सब्सक्राइब करना ना भूले, क्योंकि हम ऐसे वीडियोस बनाते रहेंगे, एंड यू डोंट वांट टू मिस आउट ऑन देम।